So I am going to do a speed round with the one Kirk Bailey. I hope everybody's ready for this one because it's going to be a good one. First question. Snake Plissken versus Jack Burton. Who wins and how?
I gotta go Snake Plissken, and it involves some sort of accelerant, like a gasoline, and definitely something that comes off the wall and either makes a spark or gets involved with some electricity. But an accelerant is involved because Snake Plissken loves explosions and gasoline.
Nice answer. Hey, I got a person in the girl Monica in the comment section just educated us. Paige got $1 million for 4 fights. So I don't know what Britain's getting, but Paige is looking like $250,000 a fight for 4 fights. So
would you take 20 grand to get like bare knuckle, like three minute rounds?
I think so. For 20 grand, I think so. 20 grand's a lot of money to me. I don't know about it.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead with the ref.
Number 2. Is it ever okay to put ketchup on steak?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'll ask you to leave my home.
Yes, I'm going to tell you right now, dude. This is a funny story. When we first bought this house, we invited Amy's mom over for dinner. I went to Westerly, the meat packing.
Westerly packing, yeah.
Yep, to Westerly packing, and I got 3 really nice, thick New York strip steaks. Cooked them to perfection, medium rare, and we sit down at the table to eat dinner, and her mom says, yeah, where's the ketchup? And I was like, yeah, we don't do that in this house. She goes, well, I'm not going to eat it without ketchup. I was like, you are not putting ketchup on a steak in my house. I'm like, especially not that one. She fucking got up, walked to the fridge, got ketchup, came back, walked, and I'm like... Dude, she went home that night. And she now lives in my basement, by the way. She's probably going to watch this and know this. But she went home that night, and I said to my mom, I said to Amy, I was like, your mom will never eat another fucking steak in this house again. Not if I'm...
And dude, I'm a fucking ketchup fan. Like I don't fucking Heinz anymore. I'm on that Sir Kensington's, the jalapeno, low sugar, all natural. I love ketchup. Absolutely love ketchup. But most versatile condiment out there has got to be A1 steak sauce.
Yeah. Amy just commented, said Kyle has never cooked her a steak again. And that was 7 years ago.
I hope you take that grudge to the cross.
Dude.
I hope you're on your bed.
Oh, okay. Question: What is the craziest non-combat thing that you saw while on deployment? I know there's a lot of fucking funny, crazy shit happens over there. So
Sue sent me a bag of dried mangoes, like dried mango strips, and I was at the time I had gone from the snipers and I had taken my tank platoon, and my tank platoon we were coaching up an infantry company out of Alda Jail. And Alda Jail, like horrible history. Like this place, Saddam, after an attempt on his life in this town, like Saddam pretty much wiped out every military-aged male. So they were just getting back on their feet. They're building this infantry company. The captain of this infantry company was a badass. And he asked me during a meeting, he's like, hey, the guys, will you give them some of those mango strips? And I was like, yeah, fuck, here, grab the fucking bag. It was like Costco, like a 3-pound bag of mango strips. So these guys are fucking slamming mango strips. We're planning for an operation that night. And I'm in the talk, like mapping this thing out with the captain and his XO, and like we're getting ready. And we're trying to get ready to stage to move at about 2030, like 2100, and we can't get these guys on the the fucking vehicles because they're shitting their brains out.
And I knew it.
I'm talking an entire Iraqi infantry company that was literally like they had the water pails and like side of the road. Side of the building, they didn't have enough toilets for these guys. I've never seen an entire infantry company shit their pants. That was
Dude, I was waiting for the shit to come out. You know what? I asked another one of my friends. I was like, "What's the craziest thing that ever happened to you, non-combat on deployment?" He was like, "Oh, I shit my pants during a run." Like
Yeah.
everything, always circles back to shit.
I'll give you one more non-combat,
Okay.
and I won't talk names. Bottom line, we're training in between my first and second tour. We're getting ready to go over new CO, trying to prove himself. We're downrange at Fort Carson. If you know anything about Colorado, like the downrange at Carson, the lightning risk is pretty severe. And training, like you just can't fucking train in lightning. It's a go. Range Control was getting in touch with me. I'm the XO at the time. And they're like, "Hey, Machine 5, you need to pull your guys the fuck out of there. Like, we have major storm cell coming through." I'm like, "All right." I go over to the CO. I'm like, "Hey, Machine 6, we got to go." And he's like, "No, fuck that. It ain't raining. We ain't training." I was like, "Okay, bro, your fucking career." Sure as shit, we've got this massive rock wall. It's this cliff, and there's a lightning rod on top of it. There's 2 hills, and I've pretty much convinced him and corralled all the fucking guys back to the OP that we're going to leave from. There's one squad and one platoon leader with that squad, and they're about a 400-meter run from me. I got to go up 2 hills, and I'm down into the second. I'm in between the first and the second. A lightning bolt slams into the lightning rod at the top of this cliff, talking probably 500 meters away. And I see 4 fingers of lightning go to the ground. One of them goes right in front of me. I crest the IV line, I come down over the back of it, and all of my guys in this, I mean, I've known these kids for fucking 2.5 years now. Most of them I've already done a deployment with. This lieutenant, brand new, and they're looking at me and they're like, "What the fuck is going on? What's the malfunction? We got to get back to the tracks. Let's get the fuck out of here." And my boy specialist Ramirez pulls me aside and he's like, "Sir, Lieutenant so-and-so just got struck by fucking lightning." And I'm like, "Fuck you." I'm like, "No." And like, I'm looking around and all my guys, they're looking at me. They're like, "Sir," and I look at the kid. He's got an Ash Wednesday smudge in between his eyes. He caught a fucking belt of lightning to the forehead. And I looked at him. Now look, dumbest son of a bitch that I'd ever met in the military. So this thing was only it wasn't hurting anything. But I looked at him and I'm like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Dude, I'm fine. Let's go." But yeah, still craziest thing. I personally did not see it, but these kids, like, just the look of, they were all ghost white. Like,
you saw the mark. So that kid was no Dunk Bailey, though. You know what I mean? Dunk would have got hit twice and been fine.
Dude, you say that. You remember the fucking hams from our neighborhood? Dude, them 2 dudes were never the same.
All right, next question. In a bar fight, you could choose one of the following to have your back. You picking John Rambo, John Matrix, or Frank Dukes?
Oh, man. Bar fight? I don't think Rambo fares well in a bar fight. And
no weapons.
Neo is not that Neo. John Matrix. Oh, sorry, John Matrix
from Commando.
Yeah, I got to go with yeah. And the Bloodsport, fuck that. Like, he was a boxer, or he's a dancer. Yeah, I'm going John Matrix.
He's
a Team Bennett.
Let off some steam, Bennett. All right. Hey, what's a hobby of yours that nobody would ever expect? I'm interested to hear this. Other than fancy ketchups.
What the fuck have I been doing lately? That might shock a few people. I meditate now.
Really?
Dude, I read this book. 10% happier.
10% happier.
What is it? Dan Harris. He had an on-air like fucking meltdown. Like, he had a panic attack on air, like on ABC live news. Anyway, that book, you'll finish it in 2 weekends. It's worth a read. But yeah, I meditate now.
No shit. Yeah. All because you finally read a book. How about that?
Learned how to read. Thank you, Army.
Hey, that's, you know what? We had a guy in my first deployment that literally could not read, and we were like, "How the fuck did you get in the Army?" He could read, but he was like a 3rd grade reading level.
Yeah.
As like a 48-year-old dude. And you know what they did? They got hooked on phonics for him and taught him how to read, and he could read afterwards. Anyways, Rank these 3 rappers 1 to 3. Redman, DMX, Method Man.
Going 1 to 3 or 3 to 1? Going 3 to 1, I'll go Redman, DMX, Method Man.
Method Man being the best?
Yeah.
That a boy. You know what? That one was tough for me. But I agree with you. DMX is number 2. Childhood TV crush.
I got to go Elizabeth Shue, Adventures in Babysitting Land. Ooh. That funky brunette from Weird Science. And then what's her name? Spano from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah. Oh man, and you got to see her naked in striptease later on, so that's a bonus.
We all knew she had it in her.
Yeah. Well, you know who mine was? Samantha Maselli from Who's the Boss. Good Lord. That was my girl. All right. Do you believe? Yeah. You know what? I'm not drinking right now. I'm doing a dry January, which is ridiculous. But you know, I'm doing these shows, and every one of my guests is like having a scotch or whatever, and I'm like,
sure.
Do you believe in any of the following, Kirk? Ghosts?
Yeah.
Aliens?
Yeah.
Bigfoot?
No.
Loch Ness Monster?
Nope.
Chupacabras?
No. But first two, I definitely do believe in the paranormal. There is, look, there's just some video footage out there that's not doctored that you can't get a good explanation on. So sorry, I got to side with yeah. Plus, I do believe. Oh damn, Mike, man, giving you some shade.
Mike says that's dumb. What? Samantha Maselli's dumb? If he's saying Samantha, dude, I will fucking smack him. And
dude, we could do. I'll go 30 more minutes with you on aliens if you want. Yes. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what, dude? I believe in of all those things. I think I only believe in aliens. Honestly. Okay. Because honestly, if anybody truly believes that of the entire universe, this fucking planet, which is going to fucking hell right now, by the way, is the only one with intelligent life, then they're retarded. They're ridiculous.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, look, there are some people though that would argue the converse to that would say that the Big Bang, the creation of Earth, was such a small percentage that life as we know it on Earth could occur, survive, that the chances of this being duplicated is just as unlikely. So there's people that would argue the converse. I just happen to believe that look, there's a government program out there right now that's being funded. The leader of Israel's NASA, literally, now look, he could be completely lost his marbles. He came out and said that we know of them. We have a deal with them not to reveal themselves because people would lose their minds. Yep. That was really wild to
me. You could only choose one. Which one of these movies are you watching? Braveheart, Gladiator, 300. Braveheart. All day?
Braveheart, yeah.
All day. There we go. And last one, kind of an easy, a more normal question. Sure. Best piece of advice you can give to a soldier separating from service, entering civilian world. What's your best piece of advice?
Go read Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. Promise you.
Extreme Ownership.
By Jocko. Yeah, do you know Jocko Willink?
Of course.
Okay. So that book right there will give you a distance and a direction, a task and a purpose, and above all else, it will make you understand that you and only you are responsible for your successes and failures in life. And I think that a lot of my guys that separated and did not do so successfully, it's because they didn't have a team leader or a squad leader giving them a boot in the ass at 4:30 in the morning to get up out of your rack and get ready for PT.
Mm-hmm.
You need to have that when you get into the civilian world, because employers are going to recognize it. It is going to be a force multiplier for you. So hone it, use it, and use it to your advantage. Read that book and own your success and failure. I think that's probably my best advice.
That's a smart man, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to his words, even though he didn't pick Samantha Maselli. Next, next time okay. Bonus question. You said Jesse Spano. If you had the choice, okay, F, marry, kill.
Okay.
Spano, Kapowski, Turtle. Go.
Gotta marry Kapowski. You gotta kill Spano because she's too crazy, and F Turtle.
All right,
you don't need that type of crazy in your life.
Oh, and I've been asking the Cobra Kai question, and someone in the comments just said no Cobra Kai question. So here's the Cobra Kai question.
I haven't watched it yet. I'll be completely transparent with you. I won't bullshit you. I've yet to take it in.
Oh, okay. Well, the question is, are you team Johnny or team Daniel? And you'd be team Johnny. Trust me. Daniel's a turd.
Is he? They make him out to be a turd?
Yeah. You know that YouTube video that they made it look like Daniel was the bully and Johnny. So if I could describe Cobra Kai, they were attempting to make like a I think they were going for like a Kenny Powers of karate with Johnny Lawrence, right? And Johnny is like this washed up drunk, and it's fucking hilarious. But he grows on you, and he opens Cobra Kai back up, and he tries to like turn it back around and turn it into like a legit thing instead of like a vile fucking dojo like it was back in the day. And Daniel is out to stop him. So it's kind of like Johnny's the good guy and Daniel's the turd in this one.
I like it. Dude, I walked past him in Manhattan probably it would be 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I walked past him on 2nd Avenue, like on 52nd and 2nd, where Candace and I were living. I walked past him. He's tall as fuck. Like
whom? Johnny or Macho?
No, Johnny. He's a huge human being. I almost got clipped by a taxi because I did the stop and like I did the double take. And he saw me turn around and he was like chuckling. But I saw him in Manhattan. I think that's in my time in Manhattan, 5+ years, I saw 3 celebrities. I saw Stern, I saw Johnny, and I saw Anthony Bourdain. Sorry. Yeah.
And if you would have ran into David Portnoy at a pizza joint, would have been better than all of them.
Dude, Stooley from 2009 on. Yeah. Absolutely cannot say enough about the boys over there. I mean, too cool, man. We've hung out with them. I've hung out with Clance in Hoboken. I've hung out with Nate and the rest of them. Feats in Manhattan, like when they moved down here, they couldn't be bad. What they're doing for small businesses right now is absolutely
amazing. Yeah,
I get choked up watching these people that are honored enough to be recipients of that fortune. But I mean, shit, they topped 20 million today?
Did they?
I think so. They were at 18 like 3 days ago.
That's freaking incredible. Well, El Prez for Prez, you know what I'm saying? El Prez in 2024.
Now I'm going Tulsi or Jocko. Either I want a Tulsi or Jocko with Prez on the VP ticket.
Yeah. All right, brother.
Let's go.